Okay, go team or individual in whatever case it might be. You guys are cooking with gas now because you're working your way through the tiers. You already tested your aspiration statement and you're good with it. You've interrogated your priority components and you like them. The next step is the piece that goes deeper on each of those priority components. This is really important because the more specific you can be about what you want the priority component to accomplish for your school model, the easier it's going to be to build, beg, borrow, or steal the right operational details that will bring it to life. So think about this a little bit like shopping for a car. If you go out and you say, okay, I want a car and I want it to have 4 wheels and I want it to go fast, the entire universe of cars meets your criteria. But if you can say, I need a car with 4 wheels that goes fast, that has 4 doors, and has a hatch for a dog, then the universe of cars shrinks down to a very small set. And then your only challenge is figuring out which of those is the right car for you. It's the same with priority components. You want to be as clear as you can be and be connected to your aspirations so that you know that when you take the next step into building out the details of that component, you're building the thing that makes the most sense for your vision. All right. There's going to be 6 criteria that you guys are going to look at when you assess each of your priority components. The first is it one thing? Some of the priority components that we're seeing are mashups of many ideas, or even 2 ideas. The problem with a mashup is that you're going to discover that the universe of options is too big. So shrink it down so that it's one powerful thing. The second is it connected to your aspiration statement and discovery? You should be able to look at the component and the details, look at the aspiration statement and say, heck yeah, that's what we want. The third is, does it have a specific goal? And when you read that goal, you think to yourself, yeah, that's right. That's the purpose of this component. The fourth is, does it articulate a clear set of desired behaviors? These are kind of the outcomes. Because of this component, the behaviors that we will observe in students are, and the behaviors that we will observe in teachers are. The fifth is, in the future, not for today, but in the future, could those behaviors be measured? We do want to be on the track to measurability, although we don't need to worry about the details right now. So, and Webster, I'm briefly picking on you, but it's out of affection. One of Webster's desired behaviors is students have a light bulb moment. I think I know what that means, but I'm not sure. And how would you measure that? You want to make sure that your entire set of desired behaviors doesn't have that light bulb moment feeling to it. Some of them we're going to eventually need to quantify. And then the sixth is it powerful for all students? You want to make sure that as you're building out these components, you don't accidentally forget about certain subsets of students for whom this component would just not work at all. And while it's unlikely to be true, we always want to be stepping back and making sure that we're taking a moment to notice if that might be the case. All right, this is probably the hardest, but also the most important part of designing a really great model, is that you know what you want it to do. And it isn't until you're at that point that we're really ready for the next step, which is scouring the world for examples. All right, go crazy, make it great, and I'll see you at the next stage.